Kleinfontein is an Afrikaner-only settlement near Pretoria, South Africa, established in 1992. With controversial apartheid leadership held as heroes, this settlement has been met with resistance. Kleinfontein has its own water pumps, a natural reservoir, and residents built their own homes and roads. The community buys electricity from the government and distributes it to the residents. The settlement claims it isn't an all-white, but an all-Afrikaner town with only white people living there. Mr. Jackson Cooper is going inside of Kleinfontein to see how this all-white town is able to exist in the heart of South Africa, and if they are feeling any pressure being under the new South Africa regime. This is Kleinfontein, South Africa.
What's going on, beautiful people? It's your man Jackson Cooper, aka J Coop, and in today's video we're going to be bringing you a all-white town in South Africa called Kleinfontein. This town came across my desk from some people who saw my documentary on Orania. This is very interesting because when I went to Orania, there seemed to be a connection between Pretoria and Orania. That had my wheels turning, and it had me thinking, what is the pipeline from Pretoria to Orania? Now, Kleinfontein, I believe, is right outside of Orania. Currently, I am in Johannesburg, South Africa. One thing that I do know about Kleinfontein, it was established in 1992. That is around the same time as apartheid. Make sure that you like the video so that I continue to bring you documentaries like this one. Without further ado, we are on our way to the all-white town of Kleinfontein of white Afrikaners. This is Coop's Corner. Okay guys, we are at the Santon train station right now on our way to Pretoria, Kleinfontein. Now, this is like a good time to actually show you guys how to take the train. So let's make it happen. As you can see, this is busy, guys. This is like no joke. I don't know which way that I'm going. I don't know what's going on, but looks like we're gonna head down this way right here. And these freaking escalators are fast, boy. These are fast, so you gotta be careful on this. This is like real fast pace. So you got, yeah, man, this is the real Joburg right here, y'all. Y'all are seeing it. I saw some teams. I'm like, I know this is a documentary, boy, but I saw some. Okay guys, we are here on the platform to Pretoria. Now, I don't know how long this is going to take, or I don't know how much they're going to charge, because like I said, you have to swipe your card going in, and then it says that you tap your card coming out. So I think that it's going to charge you for however long you were riding. So that's very cool. So we can speak more about Kleinfontein. I didn't know that there were more than one white settlement here in South Africa. I know that Orania is the most popular. Now they're going to say that it's not just for white people, but typically it is an all-white township. We have to be completely honest. But it sounds like the train is coming right now. So we're going to get into it. We're going to get back to you live from Kleinfontein. This is Coop's Corner. Okay guys, we are on the train. This is actually kind of dope. I'm gonna get back to you as we continue our journey to Kleinfontein, right outside of Pretoria. This is what traveling is about, y'all. Let's get it. All right, guys, made it to Pretoria. That was a different type of vibe, man. Like, getting on that train is kind of cool because you could see different things that you wouldn't normally see. We're going to try to catch this Uber, and we're going to be on our way to Kleinfontein. Hope you're enjoying this journey to learn more about what is South Africa. This is Coop's Corner. Let's get it. Tell me about Pretoria.
Pretoria is a good city.
Okay.
It's a good city, no racist, no everything. It's fine here.
Seems like a lot of black people that I saw downtown. Are there any white South Africans here?
Yeah, not that much. There are not so many.
Mm.
Unless that side when you're going to Brooklyn side there.
Ah.
Yeah, there's a lot of white people, but this side there's no white people. There are few here. And it's safe as well compared to Joburg. Because there at Joburg you can't like go without the window open like this. They can even check your camera there.
Okay.
So when you're at Joburg, you have to close your window, lock the doors. Then that's when you can start maybe doing video. But when the window is locked.
All right, guys, we are here after a pretty nice journey outside of Pretoria. Now, one thing that I do notice different is you have to come in through a secured gate out here. That's different. We are waiting on our guide right now. So one thing that I've noticed about here and Orania, it's like way out of the way of a lot of different stuff. Once again, I am the only black person out here. This guy right here in this car was looking at me crazy. You can see he's pulling around right now. It's very interesting. Hello, Mr. Danny. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Did you sign in at security?
No, I'm just standing outside the gate because I didn't know what to do.
Oh, okay. To the right, there's a visitors. Particularly just pass in on the right hand and sign in and say that you are visiting me.
Okay, will do.
I'm there in 20 seconds in any way.
Okay. Okay.
All right. You can just tell the guys there that I'm on my way to receive you.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Danny.
All right.
All right.
100%.
Hello? 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 Anybody here? Yeah, guys, this is not a place I want to just walk up into like that. So, which as you can see, it's like security guard shacks up here. So they got cameras, everything. So yeah, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Can somebody let me know what this sign says? Ons God, ons volk, ons eh. How you doing, sir?
Yeah.
Jackson Cooper. I'm here to meet Mr. Danny. He said that he'll be here soon for me to wait. I'm here to meet Mr. Danny.
Danny,
Yes, De Beers.
the beer. For
Yeah.
what?
I'm a journalist. I'm going to be accompanying him on touring the.
What's this?
I'm a journalist. I'm going to be accompanying him touring your area. I'm from America.
Yeah.
He's-
Where is Danny the beer? Yeah.
Yeah.
Where he came from?
America.
What's that?
Ohio.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Môre. Met die
Hulle
ouetjies.
het hom reggekom. Hy sien vir my.
Hy sien vir jou
Hy
lyk.
sien vir my. Mr. Cooper,
How are you doing, Mr. Danny?
good in yourself.
Nice to meet you.
I thought you were traveling. You were in a car. That's why
I was in an
suggested
Uber.
that
I was
you
in
were
an Uber. Yes, sir.
All right. Perfect.
Yes, sir.
Has he signed in?
I wish I can go to America.
You can go. You can just take the plane ride, man. You know what I mean?
Phone number?
+1. This is our first time meeting Mr. Danny. Do you want to introduce yourself to the people? Let them know where we are, what's going on right now?
Well, you're in the homeland. Oh, one of the two Afrikaner homelands in the world. And very welcome, and I hope you enjoy the day, and I hope I can answer some questions, and I'd love to show you the place that's in my heart. Sorry for the dirt,
Oh, come on.
but
We're out here
we
now.
have dirt roads.
Okay.
This is called rural. You'll see the bust there of Dr. Verwoerd,
Yes.
who's obviously a controversial figure in some people's minds. And then we have our local center, which houses the authority of Kleinfontein. There's some shops, there's a hairdresser, some cafes, there's a bank.
You guys have your own currency like
We
Iranian.
don't. We don't have the aura. Up to 2016, we were about the same size as Orania, and they did a couple of things right, and there was exponential growth.
Yeah.
And now we're about 1,300 people compared to about 3,000 in Orania.
What are these flags here?
These are the old Transvaal Republic flag.
Okay.
So this dates from the era where the British and the Boers, the Afrikaners, or the predecessor to the Afrikaners, were in conflict. And it's a flag that we identify with more than the South African flag because it more represents our history than the South African flag. It doesn't mean we're anti other flags, but the diversity in South Africa is a complex thing. The other flag, the one with the orange, that is the resistance in the Afrikaner. It's called the Vryheidsvlag, the freedom flag, and that was the very last of the Boers fighting the British. Very recently also there was a massive protest against government intervention in schools. It was called the Bella Act. It's basically the government comes to your school and says, okay, so you're Afrikaans, we don't like it, change to English, because we are trying to force too many cultures into one. And the end result is that majority will rule, which means minority cultures will disappear.
So this is like the local shop?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. As jy klaar is, kun jy dan gou vir my gas help.
Okay.
Lemoensap of
O, daar in die yskas, is. En jy?
my wil jy nie vir ons bring.
2.
2.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Daar's
So these are the choices.
Look at that.
daai.
Mediterranean or
How are you doing?
How are me?
Good. Okay. Good. So why is it important to have this town in South Africa?
hoekom is dit belangrik dat daar 'n Kleinfontein is? Hoekom wil jy hier wees?
Ek weet nie wat om te sê daarmee. It's nice to live here. Very nice to live here. And peace to live here. Wat nog?
Miskien die tipe mense?
Ja, the people is nice to in Kleinfontein. Ja,
Thank you.
it's a pleasure.
With Kleinfontein, with Orania, what's your end goal for the people of Kleinfontein?
To protect our heritage, our culture, our language, our way of living, our choices, our freedom. Because I think all of those components are under threat with the new South African model. The new South African model is based on one man, one vote. It makes no sense if you have a school with 100 kids and 95 of them speak Zulu, that the Afrikaans language should be accommodated. Why would it? Makes no sense. Those 5 kids that happen to speak Afrikaans in that Zulu school, they would be forced to learn Zulu because it's the majority. And the rule of the majority that rules is on everything. It's an African tribe, somebody who's proud of who he is. Trek aan die kortste end. They will always draw the short straw. And that's the problem. And that is the reason why both Orania exists and Kleinfontein exists. The current South African system, it's bound to fail. There was a reason for Orania's birth. There was a reason for Kleinfontein's birth. So there's something fundamentally wrong with putting a whole bunch of cultures in one pot and saying, okay, now let's rise up as one. It's just not possible. I mean, I belong to, let's say, the most hated tribe or culture in South Africa. I am a white, adult male, and I speak Afrikaans. Prior to the entire Trump event, even then, the Afrikaner is on the bottom of the feeding chain and has been under threat for quite a number of years. We currently have post-apartheid, clearly learned nothing because we have 144 laws that refer directly to race. You cannot get a government job as a white adult male.
Really?
It's called BEE, Black Economic Empowerment. The justification for that is to right the wrongs of the past. There are 100 guys competing to be on the Springboks. They don't choose the best. There's a quota. This percentage should be of black persuasion, this percentage Indian, and this percentage other or white. Now, how is that different to apartheid? We're not isolated. We don't live on an island. If I need repairs done on my vehicle and I can't get it done inside Kleinfontein, of course I go to the outside world, to the new South Africa. I think the trauma, perhaps caused by the apartheid era, is so entrenched, but is also so being misused that anything like a Kleinfontein and Orania draws tremendous criticism. You traveled, I saw some of your Facebook posts, Cape Town, Mumbai, Mombasa, all over the world.
That's right.
Anywhere in South Africa, did you get the idea that the existence of a Kleinfontein or a Orania is having a detrimental effect on anybody else? Is there anybody suffering because we chose to live amongst ourselves?
The thought that us Black Americans have of Africa is Black people. That's just the thought that we have. So when you come here and you see an all-white town, it could blow certain people's minds up.
I have to correct you there. It's not an all-white town, it's an all-Afrikaner town. In early apartheid days, there was actually a test that they called the pencil test. They would use a pencil to determine whether you're on the black or the colored or the white side. Jeez. Pencil would be put in your hair, and if you shaked your hair, and if it fell out, then you're more likely to be colored or white. But if it's dark, then you were black. But if we don't address the fundamentals that the different cultures should be able to live in harmony and have space to live out their separate cultures, this will not work. South Africa will not work.
Wow. Het is een store?
Hoe gaat het?
Hi, how are you doing?
Ja, zeker.
Nice. Can I look at the store once I come out?
Yeah, well.
How you doing, sir?
Hi.
Nice to meet you, Jackson Cooper.
Meet you.
All right. It's getting real, guys. I'll be back.
So he buys in bulk and then cuts different slices. And Uncle Eddie is the manager.
Uncle Eddie.
Uncle Eddie. Because that recipe was passed on from grandma to daughter, down the line for centuries. We've been here since 1652
Especially
in
these.
some way.
This make, yeah, these are rusks.
Rusk, yes.
Yeah.
Now, those are popular with tea, right?
They bake them and then when they soft, they cut them up and then they dry them in an oven. You can carry them for days.
For days.
Yeah.
So how long have you lived in Kleinfontein?
I've been here, it will be 11 years in November, so it's just over 10 years now.
So where did you come from before you were here?
I came from a little town called Heidelberg, about 56 kilometers south of Johannesburg. I lived there for 37 years. I was born in another dorp called Boksburg. That's where I was born. And I left there when I was, in my 30s, I think. So I've only moved 3 times in my life. Boksburg to Heidelberg, Heidelberg to here.
So what can you tell us about Kleinfontein? Just give us what is a normal day like, and then I'll get out your hair.
Beautiful, peaceful. People are great. The traditions here are great. The customs are great. There's no problems here. We do well. We live well. We enjoy ourselves here. It's peaceful. That is the main thing. And there's nowhere else I'd rather live than here at the moment. Even being one of the few English-speaking guys in Kleinfontein.
This is the preparation for rugby field number 2. This is like the sports area, sports complex area. There's rugby field A on that side. Rugby is big in South Africa. It's big under
It is.
and Afrikaners and other people. So this is pretty much the preparation. A year or two, if you come back, come and visit, you'll see a green field here and probably some kids playing.
So when I was in Orania, the street names were all of sapphire. So you had diamond, you had pearl, and things of that nature. So what about these in particular?
Because history has shown itself that whenever there's a regime change, names get changed. For example, in the apartheid years, every town had a Dr. Verwoerd street, and every town had a church street. So you'll see most of Kleinfontein's roads are named after birds or animals.
Now, what does this mean?
Gedenktuin, that's Garden of Remembrance. And underneath it says, Vergeet nie ons verlede, meaning do not forget our past. Battle of Blood River is something that we still commemorate to this day. New South Africa, the 16th of December is called Day of Reconciliation. To the Afrikaner, it's called Day of the Vow, because that was the day that we were given victory in a battle of a very large Zulu tribe. To the New South Africa, it's a hateful day. You must have met some of the EFF members, or you must have heard of the EFF. Very radical South African group. And they basically say, look, the day that the European landed in Africa was the beginning of the end. And they should basically all return back to Europe. And you'll see at the bottom the inscription, to God the glory. There, Paul Kruger, one of the most important presidents in our history. Take from the past the good and build upon it the future. I referred to the EFF just now. It's a party that, as recent as last week, sang a song, Kill the Boer, Kill the Farmer. I'm a Boer. I'm a farmer. Does that mean I should be killed? Hendrik Verwoerd. So why is he here? Why do we have such a controversial figure here? There is no such thing as a purely evil or bad man. There's no such thing as a purely good or perfect man. There's good and evil in everybody. Good and bad in everybody. In Dr. Verwoerd's case, the reason why I respect him, he foresaw that South Africa was too diverse to be a Unitarian state. What he did thereafter was enforcing apartheid. That I did not agree with. But the logic that the majority of Zulus, Xhosas, Vendas, Tswanas, different tribes in Africa, Afrikaners, English-speaking people, migrants, immigrants from Europe, would all be able to set aside their differences and their cultural differences and adopt one new one. In the 60s already, he said, look, guys, that's not going to work. And we produces up to 46% on a good day of our 24-hour consumption. The sun is shining like today. We'll approach half of the community's needs will be produced by our own solar farm. You see the solar panels, which is technology.
Yes.
And on the other end, you see the museum, which is all about history and nothing about technology. Should we be paying taxes to the local municipality if we do provide our own services ourselves? And that's the dispute that we currently have, and it's really heating up, and it might very well be that the community of Kleinfontein takes the local council, the city of Tshwane, to court.
Really?
Yeah. Because their proposed taxes would mean that Kleinfontein would essentially disappear off the face of the earth because nobody would be able to afford it. There's a saying in Afrikaans, stryd is lewe. And translated, that means battle is life. Everything that you see here is built by Afrikaners. Every brick, the road that we drive on, the paved road that we drive on, this is all Afrikaner made. Because the fastest way to lose your country is you import somebody else that you basically treat like a slave. And you give him all the work to do, and then a couple of years later, he brings his kids and his family, and a couple of years later, he would raise his hand and say, you know what, We know the majority. So how about we lower that flag and how about we change that anthem? So the first step to losing your country would be not to do your work yourself.
My name is Clifford.
Jackson, nice to meet you, Clifford.
Same to you.
Nice. How do you like living in Kleinfontein?
It's very nice. It's peaceful. Yeah, that is what I can say.
Nice. So where did you come from originally before here?
I come from Pretoria North.
Pretoria North.
Yes.
Okay, well, I don't want to bother you, man. How long does it take you to typically do a job like this? How long does it take?
This grass, it takes me about an hour because it's all around. Yeah, so it is not that long because I walk fast.
How long have you been in Kleinfontein?
23 years.
23 years. Where did you come from before Kleinfontein?
Kuruman.
Kuruma.
Yeah.
What can you tell the people around the world why it's important to have a Kleinfontein here in South Africa?
Actually, Kleinfontein is a very nice place. It's very quiet. It's very Danish, and it's a nice place to stay. Very, very, very nice.
Chairman of Solidarity, he's one of the guys that had a meeting with the Trump delegation. And that, caused a ruckus worldwide. Some of the South Africans are angry about it, some of them are happy about it.
Interesting.
And this is a preschool, and the structure is provided by Solidarity. They do a whole lot of community work. They've got an arm dedicated to community work in the Afrikaner community.
What's your name?
I'm Santi Prinsloo.
Nice to meet you, Miss Santi.
Yes.
So, how long have you lived here?
I've been living here now for 4 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where did you move here from?
I moved here from Germiston, and that's on the East Rand in Gauteng.
Ah, I think I've seen that before because I'm in Johannesburg right now, so
Yeah.
I've seen that.
From Germiston.
Okay, so how do you like it? I mean, what is the life like here for you?
It's much better. It's easier, and it's very nice. And that's all I can say. All I want to say.
Okay, all right.
So building a school like this happens without any government assistance. A government school would get a subsidy from the government. An Afrikaans school like this will not get a subsidy. So everything you see has to be funded by the community, by Afrikaners. And that sign there says, if you're a proud parent, then you pay your school fees.
We've got two classes. One class is a baby class for 1 and 2 years, old babies, and then the bigger ones between 3 and 6 years old.
Yes, ma'am.
So, and we have more or less around about 13 little ones here we are looking after. Wow. And as you can see, our area is quite safe for the learners. There are gates. We make sure the gates are closed for the little ones, as well as they are safe. They are safe. That is what we give them. And they also get a breakfast in the morning. Wow. We provide them with breakfast in the morning, as well as lunch at 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Wow. So, and then, like I said, we are a place of safety. We make sure our little ones are safe. So that's more or less what we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can't say it's teachers, but they are looking after the little ones. Wow. Yeah.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, for sure.
So how important is safety when it comes to not just the kids, but just being in Kleinfontein? How do you feel about that safety?
We, for the little ones, it's quite important for us. But for me, myself as a person, it's a beautiful place to stay, and it's safe. It's very important for us that in the evenings we know we are safe. Our children are safe. During the holidays and weekends, they can drive around on their bicycles and they can take part in a lot of activities, but they are safe here. That is why it's important for us to be at Kleinfontein. They always say to me, we are safe here. We like to ride around and we like to visit people, and we like to do different things, but we are safe here.
So where did you come from before Kleinfontein? Where'd you
We are from Newcastle.
Okay.
Newcastle is in KZN.
Really?
Yes, and that's why we decided to recollect to Kleinfontein. And we are pensioners, so we like to spend our pension our rest of our life here in Kleinfontein. Yes.
So how important is it to keep the Afrikaans language alive? Because I'm pretty sure that's what you teach here.
Yes.
How like important is that to you?
It's very important for us, for our culture, for our kids, for Afrikaans as a language too, and for the values of the leaders of our culture. That is why it's important for us to keep going and keep promoting and keep. That is what we want to do, to stay what we are, and to be proud of what we are as Afrikaners.
Them like seeing me isn't like a weird thing because I'm like a black person, is it?
No,
Okay.
no, they are not.
Okay.
But you know, I used to teach at a school there in Newcastle for 17 years. I was a deputy principal in a black school. And I'm used to it. I'm used
can
to
tell you're used to it, but
I'm used to multiculture
Yes, ma'am.
and so on. So yeah, we are protected, but when I go out to a normal school, that is when you have to interact with all cultures and all religions. For me, it was when I arrived there in 2007. I didn't know anything about. I knew about the black culture, but to experience it. No, it was something out of this world. I attended funerals, and for me it was something new, to respect other people's religion and the way their culture. That is what was important for me. So for me to teach in any school, it wasn't an adjustment I was used to. It's part of life. It's your passion.
Yes, ma'am.
If it's your passion, go for it. Do it.
How are you doing? Jackson, nice to meet you. Thank you so much.
Jy kan uitstap en hoef hierdie ding nie op jou te lê nie.
First of all, what's your name?
Anna Grobler.
Nice to meet you, Miss Anna. How long have you lived here?
More than 8 years.
More than 8 years?
Yeah.
So where did you come from before Kleinfontein?
Pretoria.
Pretoria.
Yeah.
So what made you make the move from Pretoria to Kleinfontein?
I came from Pretoria because I needed work and stuff, so I came here for work.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Now, do you mind if we can come in and see how you're living? Because I was told this is like the beginning of Kleinfontein. Like the people kind of need to see this to understand.
No, you cannot come in my house now. Right now, I'm
Okay, no
busy
problem.
cleaning and stuff.
No problem, no problem.
Yeah.
Well, what do you see the future of Kleinfontein? Where do you see it going?
No, I don't know.
You don't know?
I really don't know.
Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure.
All right.
I actually get upset when people suggest that everybody that is white is automatically rich in South Africa because they benefited from apartheid. You've just taken a picture of a structure where an entire family lives in terrible conditions that are Afrikaners, that are white. So where are the millions that they should have automatically inherited because they're white?
Who you barking at, dog? Who you barking at, buddy?
Get me. Come and get me. Come and get me. Come and get me.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Anella.
Nice to meet you, Manella. Jackson, nice to meet you. How you doing, buddy? How you doing?
Yes, Leo.
Leo, nice to meet you, Leo. I'm not gonna film Leo. That's a kid. That's a baby. So.
And very busy.
Flacky.
Very busy, very. Sit down here.
Ooh, Flacky is playing, boy. Flacky, real.
Like that hier. Ons trek nog al die pad in.
Manella says that her English is not that good, but if she struggles, then
we'll have Mr. Danny jump in. Yes, ma'am. Yes,
you're welcome to chat.
You want to go inside or you want to
Come on, let's go. This is.
Inside, stop.
Stop.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I think you left the answer. I just don't see anywhere. Sit down.
Yes, ma'am.
Make yourself at home.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay.
Sit. Sit, Danny.
Yeah. Don't know if you want me in the shot.
Wait, let me first comb my hair and put some lipstick.
Oh, no, you look great. You look great. It's fine. Okay, so what's your name?
Nella.
Nega.
Nella Grobbelaar.
Yes, ma'am.
Actually, I'm more, it's Oma Nella, actually. They call me Oma Nella, all of the people here, and the kids.
Yes. Oh, Manila. Okay, so how long have you lived in Kleinfontein?
It's 14 years. I'm at Kleinfontein now. And me and my daughter, we stay here.
Okay.
She's in Kalinin at present, trying to...
I think he's inquisitive.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
better not touch him. He was growling at me.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, he's a
Sorry to
very...
interject there.
Okay, fellas.
Okay. So 14 years.
Yes, 14 years.
So where did you come from before Kleinfontein?
Pretoria.
Pretoria.
Yes, I'm a Pretoria. Actually, Morletta Park in Pretoria.
Okay.
I grew up at River. That's about 30 km from here. And that's it. And I've only got one daughter, and I've got 4 grandchildren, 2 boys, 2 girls, and 2 great.
Oh, great. Wow.
Yeah. Ek weet nie waar's Ruben hy nou nie. She's somewhere here with a bicycle. I don't know where she is. I'm still looking for her. See, yeah, good family. This was Donnie.
Why did you want to move here to Kleinfontein?
Why do I want to move? Yeah,
Yes,
because I like it, yeah.
Mm.
It's nice here, it's quiet, it's the people are all friendly. And really, I don't want to go stay any other place. Maybe in America. I think Werner wants to go to America, my grandson. He wants to go and work on a farm there.
Mm.
So he's still struggling with all these papers and the agents that, advertise. So I don't know. The other one wants to go to the Franse Vreemde Legioen in Frankrijk.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's a tongue twister right there.
Yeah, I don't know what they want to go to do there. I think he thinks it's nasty, but actually it's not so, what I'm going to call it, dangerous now as it was in the years back. I believe they only go and it's like security.
Why do you think it's so important to have Kleinfontein here in South Africa?
Ek verstaan nie.
Why is it important? Hoekom is dit belangrik dat daar 'n Kleinfontein is? Waar gaan dit?
Oh, and that's a difficult question to answer. We feel safe here, and it's out of town, and it's the scenery here, and I think hoe sal ek nou sê Donnie, dit
Afrikaner kultuur.
It's better for us. Actually, it's safer here. There's a lot of people around us that looks, so it's actually very nice here to stay here. And what can I say? We've got to have a place like this where we can feel safe and secure, especially our old people. Because there's a lot of old people here. That's it.
So it's Grandma Nella.
Grandma Nella.
And in Afrikaans, Oma Nella.
Oma Nella. Ah, I like that name.
This used to be just shacks, just caravans.
Mm.
And for example, this house was originally built by a very enthusiastic Belgian friend of Kleinfontein.
This one right here.
Very specific house. The community, the cultural grouping of Afrikaners that are under siege in South Africa. Remember, there was nothing. It was
Yes.
just a farm.
Yes.
A couple of animals, some hares, ducks. Now most of these houses are 2-bedroom units.
Okay.
And then there are rooms made for single people. This is housing for, let's say, a new resident in Kleinfontein coming here looking for work, place to stay, and then it's extremely affordable.
Wow.
It's got a shower, it's got a toilet, it's got a basin, prepaid electricity,
Yes.
solar water heater.
So, Mr. Danny, this car right here,
Yeah.
right now, I've like met colors and like I was told that's like a colored car. Is that true? Like, is that just like a South African car? the Golf, the City Golf.
It's, I don't think it would be devious of me to say big expensive cars are black cars. Because the upper class in South Africa is very quickly moving more towards the black population. The wealthy people in South Africa are no longer the Afrikaners, no longer the coloreds, no longer the Indians. Perhaps Indians, very, very business savvy. But the Afrikaner, we're on the bottom of the food chain. So to say that a Golf is like a colored car, it's an affordable vehicle. And then you will see that it is a person that can afford that vehicle. One of the 3 last remaining, let's call it shacks in Kleinfontein.
Wow.
So a couple of years ago, we had the mayor of Pretoria, who's now a minister, Ramaghopa, Josienza Ramaghopa, black gentleman. We actually took him for a tour through the exact same area, through, it's called Dagbreek,
Yes.
which is in English daybreak. And he said, listen, this is fantastic. Instead of you guys complaining to government that you don't have houses, you actually build houses for your own people.
Right.
Kudos. If
Yes.
everybody did that in South Africa, there wouldn't be this huge burden on the government to provide. Correcting the injustices of the past, correcting apartheid, meant giving preferential treatment to other races, which automatically excluded the Afrikaner. Typically, you're a white adult male. You've been working in your company for 34 years. You are a manager. You get a knock on the door. You're being replaced because the company policy is that there should be so many black people in top structure. Pack your stuff. Thanks for the hard work. Cheers. What do? Kleinfontein, Orania, areas where the Afrikaner is no longer under threat. You've seen people and their motivations for coming to Kleinfontein. It's a safe haven, not only physically. You don't see burglar bars, you don't see electric fences, you don't see 6-foot high walls. It's because the entire community is homogeneous. We know each other. We know when somebody doesn't belong.
I drink coffee,
You drink coffee?
not tea.
Why not tea? Why not tea?
Yeah.
Okay. So, how long have you been in Kleinfontein?
18 years.
18 years.
Yeah.
Wow, okay. So, where did you come from before here?
Brakpan.
Okay.
I work on Central around.
Okay. So, how do you like living here?
Fine here.
Fine here.
Otherwise, the Asian people bought me.
Interesting.
Accident at work.
Oh, okay.
I was working at night. The first day I'd work night shifts. The Friday I was in court with people catching, stealing. And that Friday night I go to work again. And 1:20 that morning, the train is going over me.
A train.
14 trucks.
Sure.
A month, 3 weeks, 3 days in hospital, and I walk out.
Our flat was in the back of the business, and one night some black people came in and they took everything from our shop, and the police were very quick, and they was throwing us around there in the premises, our own premises. And then our youngest daughter got this nightmares, and we couldn't sleep at night. So he's sleeping during the day and we're sleeping during the night, so that he can make sure nobody can come in again. And then we sell the place and we came back to Kleinfontein. One of our daughters had an accident and she died. She was only 19 years old. And we came back here, and this is a safe place, and this is our people here. And my grandchildren, all of my grandchildren, 9 of them was born here, Kleinfontein. And I've got one with me now for 11 years. He was a baby, and he's in foster care with us. And he stays with us here. He doesn't, when we go to visit our other daughter, who's a pastor in Brakpan, we can only there at least for 5 hours. And then he wants to come back here because he doesn't feel safe in place. Here he can go where he can. It's safe here for him. So he doesn't know any other place as Kleinfontein.
Coop. That's buy and sell. And she's, her husband is also one of the pioneers of the town. One of the first people that started. The town was started basically by 3 people, of which she's one. So this is the escarpment. You see bigger, more luxurious.
This is like the suburbs.
It's like the suburbs. Only you don't see 6-foot walls.
Right.
You don't see electric fences.
Right.
You don't see security cars whizzing around. You don't hear sirens. You call it Kleinfontein? It's not Klein, it's Klein.
Kleinfontein.
Kleinfontein.
Kleinfontein, guys.
And Klein means small.
So, okay, so
Small fountain.
Small fountain, Kleinfontein.
Kleinfontein.
Learn every day, guys, trust me.
There we go.
Wow. Kleinfontein. So why was it named Small Fountain?
Because the area is littered with fountains. The primary source of water for the entire community, all the houses that we've driven past,
yes,
they get water from one natural fountain that has been here, I don't know, since the beginning of time.
Yeah, we're staying here now for 28 years. Yeah. There was nothing. There was only the field. And it was wonderful for us to be here because my doors can be open.
Yes.
There's the bucks walking around. My children can play in the streets. The what do you call?
Gravel roads.
Gravel roads. Isn't it wonderful to see gravel roads?
So where did you come from before?
I was born in Pretoria and I stay in Pretoria. I have quite a lot of estate agents who was working for me. And then my husband decided we must come to Kleinfontein because our roots is in Kleinfontein. We want to stay with our own people. Show them how to work again with their hands. Because in the old area, our people can't work anymore. So we had to learn the people to work, to wash floors, to build houses. And that's a wonderful thing to do, to make them proud again.
So why didn't you choose Orania over Kleinfontein?
Orania is too far.
Oh, the distance, okay.
Yeah, and the heat.
Oh yeah, it's hot out there.
Yeah, no. Orania is wonderful, but it's too far. You know, we're near to the hospitals. I like to go to the mall. Very quick and very near on the highway, and there's all the big shops. So
that's an interesting take. So you still want to be able to access things, but you just want your own area. You know?
No, it's very, very necessary.
So this is an area where a lot of old people reside. And it's a old age home and a clinic facility that is run by the company. So the company, like Urania, it's a company that owns all the property, and then the shareholders, they become shareholders in the company, and that gives them the right to build their house on a specific piece of land.
Okay, so who do we have here?
It's Jacqueline Smith.
Nice to meet you, Miss Jacqueline.
Thanks, thank you very much. Nice to meet you too.
So where did you come from before you were in Kleinfontein?
We stayed in Pretoria, in Highveld Centurion, actually. Yes.
So how long have you been here?
For about 9 years.
Really?
Yes.
So tell me about it. Like, what's the difference between being in Pretoria to coming here?
Well, this is really, really great for children to grow up. They've got their space. They can go and play in the fields. We stay about 3 kilometers away from here. And then sometimes they come to my workplace with their bikes alone, with their bicycles. They enjoy watching all the wild. Yeah, they really enjoy it here.
What's like a normal day like here in an all Afrikaner town in South Africa? What is it like for you?
It's really peaceful. You have friends wherever you go because everybody knows each other. So it's really, really peaceful. It's lovely. It's beautiful. With all we sometimes get zebras in our garden.
Zebras?
Yes.
What?
They come and eat our plants in the garden, and yeah, there's a lot of wild actually here. So it's really great.
That's cool. It's kind of scary though. Zebras are big animals. People don't realize that.
No, we're used to them and they're very friendly. They like us.
What's like the most popular food here in Kleinfontein?
Braai vleis.
Wow, yeah. So like honestly, like we got to be honest on this one. Could somebody like me, a Black American visitor, be invited to a braai here in Kleinfontein?
You will have the best time of your life.
You got to invite me there. That's the only way.
You can come over. My husband makes the best steak in this world.
We're going to hold her to that, guys.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Miss Jackie.
It's a great pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, school vibe. Okay.
It's old school, as they said. Yeah.
That's tight. So it's like a throwback, vintage.
Vintage, yeah. This is vintage. This was the old school jerseys.
That's tight. I like this. I like those colors actually, like green and yellow. Like they look good. So how long have you been here in Kleinfontein?
About 3 years now, yeah.
3 years.
Yes.
How do you like it?
Very much.
Very much. Where did you come from?
Well, not far. I've been all my life here in the vicinity, so yeah, I've been here all my life.
So what can you say why it's important to have a place like Kleinfontein here in South Africa?
So I'm not allowed to comment on that, to be honest with you.
This is interesting. So you guys got fruit, everything here. Do you ever come here to shop?
I do.
Okay. So I'm gonna just grab something quick, guys. I ain't gonna get nothing too crazy. So the cookies is like a big thing here.
And local produce is big. I think probably if you look at this rack, almost everything is a product of Kleinfontein. Is the proprietor that I can introduce you to? Dion
Jackson Cooper.
Jackson Cooper, American YouTuber.
Yes, sir. Look at this, guys. We're in South Africa.
Can I put your restaurant?
Ja,
Okay.
gaan net daai dus die 70 hierdie keer kom.
Okay.
$17 later.
So how long have you been here, sir? At this?
10 years.
10 years. Nice.
Here we go.
Thank you so
Done.
much.
Can I put it in the bag for you?
Yes, please. Thank you. Where did you come from before you landed here? What area?
Pretoria, Nelspruit, Zanny, all over the world.
Okay.
Came here to retire.
Yes, sir. All right, guys, we are at the wildlife section of Kleinfontein. This is crazy because like I saw like a big type of deer. Matter of fact, bro, like it's one, It's one over there right now. Like I see it. I see one right there. I see one right there.
The South African national flower, the Protea.
Protea.
Yeah, it grows wild here. That's the little bush right in front of you.
Right
It
there.
doesn't have any flowers on it now, but perhaps we'll pass one that it's natural habitat. That is where and this is something big. Tabs on South Africa, there's a resistance movement, and the Afrikaner, and also partially in the white South African community, but more the Afrikaner. The Boers and the English fought in this exact location. If you look around here, just around the corner, there's a little sign that says fort. So imagine 125 years ago, a Boer in khaki colors lying here with his musket, with his gun, and the English coming down in the valley on horses, and all hell breaking loose. And there was a battle here for 4 days. The English outnumbered us. They had in the range of 30,000 troops compared to our 3,000 troops. We kept them busy for 4 days. And then after 4 days, we made a tactical withdrawal. And the morning they woke up wanting to shoot some Boers, we were no longer here.
Mm.
At the bottom it says vir vryheid en reg, meaning for freedom and right. The fact that we didn't just land in Africa and we plundered its riches. We worked for it, we bled for it, we were in wars, we were oppressed. Yes, there's a part of the history that I'm not proud of. But this part of the history, the fact that we fought the English for freedom, proud of it, absolutely proud of it. At the bottom, you'll see the English graveyard. That is the most northwestern corner.
Mm-hmm.
And the most southwestern corner is, so you take a straight line there where the field is, you go over the ridge, and then basically as far as the eye can see before you reach the next mountain is all Kleinfontein property. On the other end there, where you see the right red and yellow house and the blue house, that's agricultural. People have horses and cows and sheep, etc. That they farm with. So that's the main pumping station for the entire town. And that is as pure as it can be. It comes out of the ground. This is not even pumped. This is just water running naturally. When people ask us, so what does this municipality supply you with?
Yeah.
Nothing. No water, no electricity, no roads, no admin. And then the next question, so why do they want tax from you? Very good question. And the end result is pure, drinkable, natural water without adding any chemicals. Now different, go to the rest of South Africa, go to Joburg, and you hear, oh, we haven't had water for 3 days. Oh, we got a water interruption for 72 hours. Kleinfontein, doesn't happen. Community looks after itself. We've got our own resources. We don't depend on South Africa outside. And that, I don't know, maybe that makes some people scared of us, perhaps a little bit angry, because we have water when they don't. We have electricity when they don't. Our roads are maintained. I don't know. Question?
Okay, so who do we have here today? What's your name?
My name is Lawrence.
Nice to meet you, Lawrence.
Well, Dr. Bab.
So how long have you lived here in Kleinfontein?
Me, I've lived around here for 15 years.
Okay, and 20 years?
20 years.
20 years. So where did you come from originally?
Originally, I'm from Pretoria.
Pretoria?
Yeah, Pretoria.
Pretoria. Wow, so what inspired the move here to Kleinfontein?
It was the best choice for my grandmother at the time.
Mm.
Yes, because lots of our family lived here at the moment.
Okay.
That's what decided us to move here.
Yes, sir. What you?
Yeah, I mean, immediately I lost my wife when I come here.
Hmm. So what is life like for you here, like on like a day-to-day? How is life like?
Yeah, very good. Hard work and job.
Nice. What about for you?
Yes, and it's fun because we can speak our own language here.
Mm.
Yes.
Interesting. So what can you tell people who aren't really familiar with this being a all Afrikaner town? How would you sum up Kleinfontein?
I would say if you want to move to a town where you can have your own culture and speak your own language, you are welcome to come to Kleinfontein.
All right, guys, so this building right here is what we saw when we were standing up at the top of the hill, the Battle of Diamond Hill. If you guys look at the structure of this particular building, you can see it has like an African like vibe. It's like a hut. So I swear, man, South Africa, man, this place is this is the most diverse country in the world, and I've been all over the world. So let's take this jump, man. We're 38 years old. We still got our legs. Hey. All right, and then right here, this is where he said English are buried. You got people from Ireland, Australia. So it's war, you know? It's wars. Being like in this type of environment though, coming from Johannesburg, you need this, bro. I swear you need this. You need to breathe this type of air, be with nature, see different type of birds. Look at that bird. I don't see that bird in Johannesburg. You know what I mean? So this is to all South Africans. If you are in a major city, Cape Town, Durban, Joburg, get out, see what else your country has to offer. Because this place is not just specifically Kleinfontein, but this type of air, this type of land is what you need to be striving for, because it's where you should be at, man. Let's continue this journey in Kleinfontein on Coop's Corner. Legendary.
So this is a far cry from what you've seen up in town, eh?
Yeah. You're living all right right here.
Excellent.
Now, guys, look, this is like some real National Geographic stuff that I'm doing. We're going to try to sneak up on them, but they're smart. Look at them running. Look at them running. Ooh. What if they ran this way, though? I'm not going to do nothing to you guys. Ain't no other ones of you, is it? Oh, okay. Oh, but they're growling. Ooh. Them things are not playing games. Do you guys hear that? Wildebeest out here. Ooh, those things are saying you better not come closer. Look at all of them looking at me, bro. They're all looking at me right now. This is National Geographic South Africa, live from Kleinfontein, the Afrikaner township. Ooh, those things are all looking at me, bro. Do you see this? I'm about to get back in that car, show you guys the wildebeest, man. They are mad, bro. But they're like really this far. But we're gonna make them this far just for y'all. I could outrun them from here. All right, y'all, we out of here, man. Let's get it. This is what the world has given us, bro. The world has given us nature. Legendary, man. Legendary views. Hey, South Africa, what can I say, man? What can you say? Where do you want your country to go? Afrikaner towns, black towns, Indian towns. One thing I can say, this is a beautiful land. That's for sure. So I was told that you don't live in Kleinfontein, right?
Yes, yes.
But you're an Afrikaner, so how do you view this city or this town?
I like it. I really like it. Only Afrikaners, yeah, which is kind of nice and a lot less trouble.
Where are you at right now? Where are you living now?
In Centurion.
Centurion.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
So would you find more trouble in Centurion than you would here?
Yeah, definitely. A lot more. A lot more. I actually heard they shot the guy last night, actually, there in the area. Where that you don't get that yet, so which is quite amazing.
Right.
Yeah, so there, what, it's like 10 k's from us.
Yeah.
We got the news this morning, so it's kind of scary, but it's all right.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What can you tell like the outside world about just the Afrikaner culture? Like, is there anything that you want to tell the people about the Afrikaners?
I think it's the strongest culture. I really think it's the strongest culture. I think if there's more places like this, and Oranje obviously, I think it will be better for all of us. I really think so. So I don't think separating people, but people that believe the same things should be together.
Google it. Yeah, just serves the entire community. It not only serves Kleinfontein, it also serves the surrounding area.
Wow.
So this is like an international.
International small. Okay. How you doing?
Hey jockey, hey jockey, hey jockey.
So how long have you guys been here?
27 years.
27 years.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So are you both Afrikaners?
Yes.
Okay. Do you live in Kleinfontein?
No, I live just there.
I live on a farm just a few kilometers from.
Wow. Okay. So how do you view Kleinfontein? Not living there, but how do you view it?
I can't really comment on that one. I don't really know the people from there.
Wow. So even though you both are Afrikaners, it's not like a connection type of thing, or?
I would say there's some connection, but not a lot.
Interesting. Okay, guys. So Mr. Danny is treating us to a meal. We want to say thank you to him, and he said he's going to have a naked burger.
I'm going to have a naked burger, no starch.
Right. And I'm going to see what I'm going to have. Now, this is all in Afrikaans, so I'm going to kind of guess.
So that's the sauserige burger. That's the saucy burger. Also with option of chips, mash, whichever way you want.
Of the wealthiest people in South Africa. No longer the white South Africans.
Yes.
It's the black politicians and the French. Africa. Interesting times, but interesting times worldwide. Just in South Africa making so many mistakes. Have an opinion, but don't meddle where you're not wanted.
So Mr. Danny got the naked burger, guys. Listen, he said he's trying to lose some weight, right?
Absolutely. I need to. I think the viewers would agree.
No, he's doing good. And this is the Boss Burger, guys. So looks good, guys. I'm not going to film me eating this, but I'm going to let you know how it tastes. Let's get it. The Pretoria, Oranje, Kleinfontein triangle, triple threat. All right. It seems like I have to go to Pretoria now to kind of understand it, to kind of finish that puzzle. Like, what is it between those three cities that connects them?
The Afrikaans language. The traditional Pretoria, definitely the dominant language in Kleinfontein, and definitely in Oranje as well.
Okay, so who do we have here? What's your name, sir?
I'm Bokkie van Dijk.
Bokkie van Dijk. Nice to meet you. Now,
Nice to meet.
Now, where are you currently living at, Mr. Bokkie? Do you live in Kleinfontein?
Yeah, I'm living down there in the game park, as they call it. When I retired, I moved to Pretoria. I was there in an estate since 2015 until 2021.
Kleinfontein is a Afrikaner town. It's not an all-white town, correct?
It's actually a cultural village. You know, that's how I see it. It's a cultural village, so we like to have our own people that's got the same culture as I have, like the Afrikaner culture.
Okay, guys, that was the documentary for Kleinfontein. Hope you enjoyed the video. My opinion, had a great host. Salute to Mr. Danny. Met the people. Afrikaner town once again here in South Africa. So much more to discover. If you want to appreciate these videos the correct way, links are below. Keep the channel going. This is Coop's Corner. We do a little bit of everything. But today you got a legendary documentary. I'm about to try some of these cook sisters right here. And as always, stay blessed. Until next time, peace.
I've been in my zone, I can't do no wrong. Yeah, I've been on the road, hardest way to home. Miss you while I'm gone.